it's Ronnie and welcome to my channel and the scrapbooking process video. I'm using Vicki Boutin today, so that means I am at the Redefined Kreative Layout Bash Palooza, and all the stuff used on here, well, most of the stuff, because I do put some other stuff on there, is from the layout kit from Christina. And the first thing did is cut that one paper in half and save the other half of it. So this half is all I get to use on this layout. There is a time where I think, oh, am I going to have enough? And think maybe I should have cut a little more off the other one. But then I thought, well, she spaced everything out for each layout, and I'm just going to have to make it work. So I will use all the pieces on here. And when I get done putting them on here, which is like a frame all the way around this, and kind of like working a puzzle, putting pieces in, and she said don't get too precise. So if you notice something crooked, it's because I decided I wasn't going to worry about it. It didn't have to be too precise, and I was just following my lead. But I am picking the colors mostly from the one side. I liked them better, and they were going to go with the picture I had in mind, because when I start layouts at the Layout Palooza, you don't really know what you're going to be using and what colors you need. And looking at this paper, just for a couple of minutes, I thought of this one picture, and I will pull it out before the end of the video, and it will end up on the layout. But it had the reds and the blues in it, and I thought that'll be great for my layout. It'll just bring out more red and blue. Are pretty vibrant colors. And this isn't like a layout I've created before. I have never made a frame around the layout. And it was kind of fun trying to piece everything together and cutting it larger and smaller. She said to cut the papers different widths and to cut them different lengths also. So I'd catch myself doing it almost the same length, because usually whatever I do is pretty close to the same length. Try to match things, and I'd tell myself, oh no, that's the last 3 or 4 probably look the same size. I better make it longer. So then I'd make a few longer ones and then a few smaller ones. But yeah, she said make a variety. And then we had to piece them back together. Wouldn't have been awful after doing all that. She said, okay, make them all match. Like put the paper down on your black paper like it was to start with, because she did that once. And they were a lot bigger pieces, thank goodness, so I could get them together. These, I probably would have never got them together. Well, maybe in a few weeks. But yeah, I'd probably lost 1 or 2 before the few weeks were up. So it's a good thing it was random that we get to put them on the layout. If you notice, I do have some little pieces left. There's tiny ones on the bottom left, and then there's one that's a little bigger on the right, and I will be using them before I'm done. Well, not very long from now, pretty close. And included in this little kit is the cut file, and I think most of them put the black on the bottom and the white on the top. But I knew I had planned for my title the Happy Life foam white, even though, the blue probably would have worked with this layout. But I wanted the white to show up. And when I was putting the stars on, I thought, well, I'm going to put the black on top because I want the white just a little to show up. Instead of a whole lot, I just wanted a little. So maybe the title would show up better. And you can see from the packaging here that there is several packets, and you have to hunt the right one. I was thinking, these would have been nice being numbered. But yeah, you had to hunt for the right one. You had to watch and see which one she had and find it and pull it out. And this little tiny packet there is what I needed to pull out, plus that red. And I will be getting a piece of white. I think I got the white on my own. I think I had it on my own. I don't think it was in the packet. I think the red was all that was there. But I wanted the white to act, because I knew what my title letters were going to be, what color. I wanted to have white behind my photo, so I will be doing that. And she also said to pull this little banner out. And what's good, this banner works great with the layout I've got planned. Layout, the photo I have planned to use. And I'm going to put this red on there and put it across. And I'm going to be pulling it back up in just a minute because I'll have to tear the bottom. Yeah, I think that was her idea, but I thought it was pretty good, so I pulled it back up and did it. I love doing these classes because they take me out of not necessarily my comfort zone, but ideas I may not have otherwise thought of. And oh, here's my picture. That's my grandson Landon. And he was younger there, and they'd had a book fair that day, and he got money to spend at the book fair. And I think it's just adorable when they get the money to spend and spend it on somebody else. Anyway, he got a potted plant. Who would have thought a potted plant at a book fair? But he got a potted plant for his mom, and I thought that really needs documented on a layout. So I had it laying there on that shelf behind the iPad. Sorry about the iPad. Laying behind it, and I knew it was there, and I knew it had blue and red. So I thought that'd be great to go with my layout. And that little banner, that's really good too. So the little banner says real life right now. And I'm going to have my title as I Love You Mom. And I don't know what happened to the little part that where I put the title on, because it's going to miraculously show up. And the subtitle too. And the subtitle is going to be down there in the bottom right hand corner. And it's going to say Book Fair Find. Yeah, not nothing really fancy, but yeah, a special moment. Oh, and I am going to find some chipboard. It's freckle fawn, and put it on here, and then that's really going to complete my title because it was perfect words for it too. Yeah, I'd already thought to use the Happy Life in white letters on here, and I noticed that he had white letters on his cap, and I thought that makes it even more perfect. Another color from my photo to use on here. And I'm also using these little tiny round things that kind of remind you of sequins, but they're not. And they're thicker and heavier, and they're plastic, but they do have a little tiny hole in the center. They kind of remind me of snaps on blue jeans too, but tiny, super, super tiny. And I think we used one on here, and there's a few more left to use on the layout. But yeah, you can see my titles there, and I put the two little chipboard things on there, and it says I love you mom, and then the chipboard thing says totally awesome little moment. So I thought, all these go great with my layout. So glad I had them sitting here. Those chipboard, I have had them several years and I haven't used them, and they were over in this one container. Well, I put them right there in front of me, and it's like 50-50 if I put it right there in front of me. It can sit there for 3 months and not get used, and then I'll go ahead and put it back up. Or like these, I've actually been using them, so I am thrilled with that. And they worked perfectly. They were black with the white writing. So yeah, I used them on here. But if you leave a comment down there below, I'll get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so much. But I hope you all have a happy, scrappy week. Take care and stay safe. And more Palooza coming. Bye.